Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I post book related videos. 2020 had been a bad year for virtually everything. In the times of hopelessness and distress, I found solace in the company of books. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 non-fiction reads of 2020. The list is in no particular order. These books motivated me and inspired me with their profound life lessons. So without further ado, let's get started. The first book is Educated by Tara Westover. This is one book that I can't help recommending enough. This is a memoir by Tara Westover and chronicles her journey of self-invention. Tara was raised in a Mormon family in rural Idaho. Her father didn't trust government and anything that had to do with government, including healthcare and education. As a result, Tara didn't step a foot in classroom till she was 17. Her father forbade hospitals, so she never saw a doctor or a nurse. Gashes, concussions, and even burns from an explosion were treated at home with herbs. Forget formal education, Tara didn't even receive proper homeschooling. She had to work in her father's junkyard since a young age. With whatever little time she got, she began to educate herself. She self-studied mathematics and grammar and took a test to gain admission in the Brigham Young University. Her quest for knowledge transformed her, taking her across continents to prestigious universities like Harvard and Cambridge. Eventually, she earned her doctorate in intellectual history from Cambridge University. This is such a powerful book that you shouldn't miss. The author's writing is beautiful and her courage to get an education is inspiring. The next book is When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This is another powerful and profoundly moving memoir that I loved so much. At the age of 36, the author was on the verge of completing his training as a neurosurgeon and had a promising career ahead. But destiny had another plans. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. But Paul didn't give up. He kept performing surgeries till he could do it no more. And then he turned to his other passion, that is writing, and started writing his memoir. The author's wife says it best. What happened to Paul was tragic, but he was not a tragedy. The book is very sad and tragic, but still very inspiring. The book talks about dying, but is more about being alive. Highly recommended. The next book is Art Matters by Neil Gaiman. This little book is a kind of manifesto for readers, librarians, and content creators. The book celebrates everything that has to do with reading and writing, importance of libraries, following your dreams, why kids should read, and respecting art. The book has 4 essays, each forceful and energetic. The book has Neil Gaiman's wise words paired with beautiful illustrations by Chris Riddle. If you have not read this book yet, you are missing out on something incredible. The next 2 books are short but highly impactful. I wish they were mandatory reading for everyone. The first book is Dear Ijewele, or a feminist manifesto in 15 suggestions by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. A few years back, the author's childhood friend wrote a letter to her asking her advice for how to raise a baby girl into a feminist. The book is the author's letter of response. She gives 15 powerful suggestions on how to empower her daughter into a strong, independent woman. The book is priceless and I highly recommend reading this one. The next book is We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. It is a short, insightful essay on feminism. It doesn't point fingers or blame men for their cultural mindset. Instead, it offers calm, logical arguments for a positive change. And that is what the world needs. The next book is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Thank you, Elizabeth Gilbert, for writing such a much needed book on creativity. It is practical, comforting, and so inspiring. The message is we are all inherently creative. The author says, be an artist. Create for the sake of creating. For creative living is where the big magic will always be. This is one book I will recommend to all my writer and artist friends and anyone who wants to live a more creative life. The next book is Let's Talk Money by Monica Halan. If you are looking for a simple and easy book to learn about all the available investment options in India, then this is the book one can go for. The best part about this book is that the author talks about the investment options with an Indian perspective. It teaches you how to plan your finances. It teaches you to save and invest money in India. If you are a beginner in personal finance and looking for a good book with easy to understand language, then this is the book for you. The next book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is one of the best books on habit building and tracking. If your aim is to build good habits or break the bad ones, then this is the book for you. It is the perfect book to start in the beginning of the new year, which will definitely help you in sticking to your New Year resolutions. The next book is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. This is one of the best books on Holocaust. In this memoir, the psychiatrist Viktor E. Frankl shared his experiences of living in a Nazi concentration camp and his lessons for spiritual survival. The book is a transformative and life-affirming read. Based on his own experiences and the stories of his patients, the author suggests that we cannot avoid suffering, but we can choose how to cope with it and find meaning in it. The book inspires you to move forward with a renewed purpose. It inspires you to find a meaning in your life. Highly, highly recommended. And the last book is The Little Book of Hygge by Mike Viking. Denmark is said to be the happiest country in the world, and the reason is attributed to one thing, hygge. The book tells you everything that you need to know about hygge and how to implement it in your life. The idea of hygge really appealed to me, and this is something that I definitely want to try and implement more in my life. It inspires you to find joy in simple small things in life. So these were my top 10 non-fiction reads of 2020. Have you read any of these books? If yes, do share your thoughts in the comment section. Also share with me what were the best non-fiction books that you read during 2020. If you have liked this video, please like, comment and share. And if you want to see more bookish content like this, please subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Till my next video, bye and take care.